Good morning, people. How are you?
Hello, people.
Yes, people out there watching live as we talk about Bigfoot, because this story is amazing. This is like radio gold. This is the kind of local thing that happens that Zach and I are like, yes, let's have more of this happen. So we're going to talk about Bigfoot because there is a state representative in Oklahoma who has introduced a bill in the State House of Representatives. His name is Justin Humphrey. He's the representative for District 19. He's from Lane, Oklahoma. But it's House Bill 1648, where he is wanting to create an official Bigfoot hunting season in the Sooner State. How awesome is that? Oklahoma Bigfoot hunting. Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
By the way, this could be a possibility of my Uncle Edna, which she lives in Boat Cheeto. And
dude, I was worried about like all the basketball players that I wear size 15 shoes. So does that mean, if this goes through, that the moment I step foot, pun intended, into Oklahoma, then I'm immediately going to be surrounded by hunters trying to, anyway. No, this is a real thing though. I mean, this is not fake. I actually put a story up on the Mad Rock website about this with the links that show you. Now, I took some screenshots of some of this stuff. So here is the screenshot of the actual bill. This is the House bill. I know it's a little difficult. You can go to the link on the Mad Rock website, but this actually says, I mean, basically, it's not a joke. He wants the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission, the OWCC, to set annual season dates and create any necessary specific hunting licenses and fees for Bigfoot hunting. That's absolutely great. I love this. I love this. Now, you got to understand that Representative Humphrey, he lives in an area of southeastern Oklahoma, in the Mad Rock listening area, in the Katy Country listening area, that actually has Bigfoot sightings. Quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just, in Oklahoma, that's in Atoka County, and I'm also, I know Atoka, their mascot's the Wampus cat. So could this be a possibility? It's a Wampus cat that they're saying, and they think it's Bigfoot, or vice versa?
Representative Humphrey is from Lane, Oklahoma, which you hear us talk about on occasion, but his district here's a map of his district if you just kind of want to see it. So if you see over in the green section over where it says 21, that's Durant. Over there.
Where's Roma's and Durant at on this map?
That's down on the very bottom left. So it's not part of his district. Durant isn't part of his district, but like everything east of Durant and part of Atoka County and Choctaw County and Pushmataha County, that's all part of his district here. So that's it. People have been known to report Bigfoot sightings in that area. In fact, the town of Honobia has the Honobia Bigfoot Festival every year. Now, last year was canceled because of COVID, but they hope to bring it back in 2021. So, I mean, this guy is serious about this. This is not a joke. This guy wants to do hunting season.
But what is he wanting to do? Like, folks are gonna try to go look for Bigfoot, or are they gonna try to I don't know, shoot a Bigfoot and then mount him and put it in their house? I mean, I don't know how this is gonna work here.
My biggest concern is any hairy dude out there, in the Mad Rock Nation, the Katy Country listener, is just gonna be sitting on his porch someday and he's gonna get shot because he's just got big beards and. Yeah, because there's it's a Bigfoot. Oh no, that's just Joe Bob over there. No,
Joe Bob. I will say this. I don't know about this whole Bigfoot thing. I love Beaver's Bend, and I know that's not in his jurisdiction or whatever, or his district, but I know you go a little bit further east, and there's a lot of those steel-looking Bigfoot silhouettes that people will randomly put out in the driveway of their house or in a random field. And so, you're driving over there at Beaver's Bend and you kind of look at and you kind of see one of those things and it makes you kind of do that. So I don't know if this is basically what's happening here, to where this gentleman is saying, hey, but this guy, Mr. Humphreys, by the way, he has
Representative Humphrey.
Excuse me, Representative Humphrey. He's bound to see Bigfoot, right? He's had to seen Bigfoot himself.
That would probably be my first question for him is has he seen Bigfoot? And so he wants to be able to go and do that. Now, he did say in another interview, it's not on the website story or any of that, but I saw it online earlier this morning whenever I was researching this, that he did say he doesn't want people necessarily to shoot and kill Bigfoot. If they want people to get the license to go hunt and capture and trap a Bigfoot if it actually exists.
What, to put it in a zoo? Like, let me.
I don't know. At this point, I mean, it's been how long has the Bigfoot myth been around? You know, about as long as.
But see, you're calling it a myth, Dave.
Because it's some dude who didn't want anything to do with society, and he's living as a hermit out somewhere, and he just uses the stuff that he kills or that he and he's just covered in animal furs to stay warm, except for in the summertime. See, and I think that's why they're going to do it over the winter, because you notice, and if you see the story, the bill, if it somehow manages to be passed in the state legislature, would take effect on November 1st. So it would be like a winter. So you're going to kill some poor random hermit guy.
Yeah,
who happens to be trying to stay warm by wearing furs in southeastern Oklahoma. Of course, again, they don't want him to kill it. They just want him to.
Oh, just want to trap it, and
trap Bigfoot
and put it in the zoo. Take it up to the Arbuckle Wilderness and.
Wow. Okay. That's outside the district. They'd create a brand new.
I mean, what else would you do if you trapped a Bigfoot? What are you going to do? Like, I mean, I have no idea. Like,
you would make a lot of money.
I mean,
if you actually trapped a Bigfoot, you would make so much money. You wouldn't have to work ever again, because you would have the official Bigfoot, the one and only. To scientifically probe it, like cut it open and that's what they'd want to do. That's like an alien. If aliens actually that'd be the first thing. They wouldn't want to talk to them, right? They wouldn't want to talk to the aliens. They'd want to rip them open, and I think that's what they'd want to do with Bigfoot too.
So, Dave, Jordan brings up a great point talking about DNA. So, do you think like the basketball team for SOSU would be like very, very interested in like somehow cloning the Bigfoot? Because I'm pretty certain like if you could get like even 3 Bigfoots, or would it be Big Feets or Bigfootses?
Footers? I
don't know. It's the Callisburg education here. But just imagine if you could have 2 or 3 of Bigfoot playing on your SOSU basketball team.
No, okay. Hold on.
You would be.
So I have a question about this. The whole Bigfoot thing. Why is it the assumption that because they have big feet that they're super tall? Because you can have big feet and not be super tall. So why is that assumption? Like, do we have any idea how big the Bigfoot, like it's not tall foot, it's Bigfoot. So it's just the feet that they're worried about. I mean, is it?
And before time, you had a dinosaur by the name of Littlefoot, and it was a dinosaur.
I don't know. They always have the pictures. Like even the picture that I found that I used on this thing is like big, gigantic creature. It's not necessarily a big, gigantic creature. It just may be.
That's my Uncle Edna who lives in Bogue Cheeto.
Could be short and fat with just big feet to keep it, gravity without falling over and stuff.
It brings up a great point here.
Yes.
What if Bigfoots are just cookies?
Now, if that's the case, why haven't we heard any of the stuff? We haven't heard any of that. I don't hear a chorus of that in southeastern Oklahoma. So I don't think that's I'd love for that to happen. Maybe it's like a combination of the Wookiees and the Ewoks, like they interbreed, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be hilarious to have like just random Chewbacca's like running around, because that would be fantastic. You're fishing at Lake Texoma, and then here comes a Wookiee. But there are a lot of people here in this area, Dave, that have said they have seen Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said that part of southeastern Oklahoma is known for Bigfoot sightings. Now,
I will say that I don't know if you know somebody personally that has seen a Bigfoot, but I went to Callisburg High School, and there was a teacher over there that would get so angry at us students when we would say, "Oh, you didn't see Bigfoot," and he would get so PO'd that we would question him on this, because he's like, "I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I seen it." Yeah, I don't know what happened or where he was at, and I don't know if this was actually Callisburg. But, and I want to say he did actually say that he saw it up towards the Red River, which, I guess could be a possibility. You have a Bigfoot wandering up and down the Red River there. But yeah, and if you went to Callisburg, the teacher I'm talking about, because he was very adamant and would get so upset when people would question him that, "Oh, no, you didn't see Bigfoot." "Yes, I did." He'd get really, really red in the face about it.
See, now I'm going to have to go home after we get done work today, and I'm going to have to go reference Ancient Aliens on the History Channel, because I know that they've done stories about this. So is Bigfoot, they think that maybe it's people seeing a bear, maybe a bear that just happens to be on, because they do stand up. You see it in the movies and TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
They can do that. Maybe it was just a bear that happened to be out and about, or maybe it could be some, woodland person who's just living out in nature. And could it be a Neanderthal, like actual, I don't know. I just don't see how they would survive this long.
Or could it be a guy riding on a buffalo?
I doubt it.
Have you seen those YouTube videos?
Unfortunately, yes. Those are the kinds of things you sent me. Yeah. Yeah. But he said, now here's the thing, the fact that Representative Humphrey, again, here's the shot of his page there. And I've got this link up on the story on the Mad Rock website if you want to.
I apologize to Representative Humphrey for calling him Mr. Humphrey.
Yes, it's Representative Humphrey.
Sorry, my bad.
So he wants them to do this, but the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission, they're basically having none of it. And the quote is exactly what you would expect somebody that's like, "Are you serious?" That's the kind of sarcasm that I love. So here's what they said. A spokesperson said, quote, "Here at the department, we use science to make management decisions, and we do not recognize Bigfoot as a wildlife species." Doesn't that just kind of come across as smug, though?
Yeah, it comes across that this bill is not going to get passed.
Yeah, well, the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission doesn't decide that. The legislators do. Legislators do. But
isn't Blake Shelton involved with them? The Oklahoma Wildlife, whatever.
The who to what?
It's Blake Shelton, I think, is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he is, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I find this funny, Dave, because how like you hear sightings of. Tell you what, I saw Blake Shelton was at J&I the other day. It's kind of the same thing with Bigfoot. I saw Bigfoot the other day. He was eating a burger at Mudbones in Bottom.
Or you get the Zach Grantham sightings at Wally World of I saw him in the chips and salsa aisle. I swear that was him.
Shocking. I never go over there. I basically live in the chips and salsa aisle.
That's true. I don't know. I hope it gets passed, because wouldn't it? See, this is the kind of thing where I'm like on the fence of it. It's like I think it's a little absurd. I totally get it. Try maybe boost tourism a little bit in southeastern Oklahoma with this hunting license or whatever. But on the scientific side, it's one of those things that I almost wish that the hunting license will be approved and all of these people will be excited about it and actually find a Bigfoot, so that scientist has to eat their words. That's sort of like the fence that I'm. It's like it would just be great. We don't recognize Bigfoot as a wildlife species. Well, what about this? Here he is. I think you are now.
There you go. Hey, have you seen Bigfoot play the saxophone?
What? How do you find these things? What is the? Do you know how much you could accomplish in your life if you stopped that and actually read a book or something? Oh my God, dude.
Oh my goodness. No, but there's a Facebook page or YouTube channel of Bigfoot playing the saxophone, and there was one of Bigfoot playing Careless Whisper, and I laughed for about 4 days.
I want to see Bigfoot play the song from Deliverance. Yeah.
Gosh, I wish we could pull those videos up right here, because they're hysterical. But don't worry though, I'll send you links once we're done here.
I'm sure they're probably already in there. So I don't know. That's what we're asking your listener. Maybe try using the science of drug testing for people to see Bigfoot. Well, it is in Oklahoma, and they do have. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I wish we knew somebody in the Mad Rock Nation, or somebody, the Katy Country listener, actually knows Representative Humphrey, that we could actually get him on and ask it, because I'm sure he's been asked 100 times already of, are you serious about this? And obviously he is serious, but what is again, he wants people to hunt and trap a Bigfoot if it actually exists. But I mean, what brought this on? I mean, how long has he been mulling this over? When was it brought up to him, and how long did it take him to submit this actual House Bill 1648 to create an official Bigfoot hunting season in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I kind of want to, like you said, I kind of want to know how it came about. I want to know if you've seen Bigfoot himself, what his interest is with all of this, and I would love to talk to Representative Humphrey.
Yeah.
not Mr. Humphrey, but Representative Humphrey.
We need to reach out
about the topic, and I would try to be somewhat a little bit more professional in this interview. But it would be fantastic if we were somehow able to get him on to do an online interview.
He's on several different committees. If you look at his look at the website here, Criminal Justice and Corrections Chair, and Agricultural, and which I can never say, Rural Development. There we go. I said it.
Rural.
Yeah, Public Safety, all that. So anyway, I just think.
I don't know. Maybe we offer him the forum.
Would we start seeing signs like this? I mean, I know some people put out fake signs, but would this be like an act? Like you see the deer crossing signs that are put out by the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. Would we officially have these kinds of?
Yeah. I don't know. That once again, that silhouette looks like my Uncle Edna, and she's a little self-conscious about her beard.
Of course, now I want to go to the Honobia Bigfoot Festival.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
So does Honobia have a school district?
I have no idea. I didn't look that up. I just found this.
Because if they do have a school district, they need to be the Bigfoots.
The Sasquatches.
Or the Sasquatches.
Yeah.
And welcome to the field, the Honobia Sasquatches. Pum, 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 pum. They come out.
It would be great if it was just, here's what you do. You get the mascot is just a big giant foot, and it's sponsored by a podiatrist.
Or it's the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch silhouette on the side of the helmets, and Sasquatches. By the way, Courtney says that it's on Facebook. It's Sasquatch on like Sax.
Oh, I get it. Okay, Squatch. Yeah, wow.
Let's just say this. Y'all don't know this, but I beat Dave down a lot with random videos on the interweb.
So,
but it will happen here in just a second because I will find these links and send them to Dave.
Great. In the meantime, people want to read the story they can on the Mad Rock website.
But
links.
Another question is, if they trap a Bigfoot in southern Oklahoma, they're going to ask the Sasquatch if it knows how to, I don't know, do grocery pickup at Wally World, or play the saxophone, or change its own oil in the vehicle.
I'm sure it could hunt and fish, other things to stay alive.
Or would they try to, I don't know, have a Bigfoot / jackalope, and you know how they I don't know, is there a Bigfoot mating season or anything, or
maybe that's the website, mythmatch.com. That's the go, and so it's like the Loch Ness monster of Lake Texoma, the big giant catfish that live in the dam that everybody talks about.
They're trying to find love too.
Maybe if we did find a Bigfoot, it could actually catch one of those big giant catfish that lurk there at the base of the dam. That'd be awesome. They'd have the strength. They'd have the stature and strength to be able to reel that big old bad boy in.
Good gosh. I tell you what, we've had way too much coffee this morning, or at least I have.
Yeah.
But Dave, I gotta go do radio stuff now. I gotta do some work.
Bigfoot. Find Bigfoot. Let this thing be a thing, because I will. If I can get an Oklahoma license to hunt Bigfoot, I will pay to do that, even though I live in Texas. But that's fine. I just don't want that.
Yeah, and also we can find Littlefoot too, but dinosaurs are extinct.
Bigfoot hunting. Bigfoot hunting.